All right, the stage is set for what should be a really good game one as this series gets underway. Introductions wrapping up down on the field, and first pitch just minutes away. Hello, baseball fans, and welcome. The show presents the National League Division Series. It's the Milwaukee Brewers going up against the New York Mets. Along with my partner, Chris Singleton, I'm John Shambi. Game one is always critical in a postseason series, Singy.
Yeah, and this is when you love having home field advantage, Boog. If you capture game one, you're full of confidence that you've got a chance to ride that momentum for the rest of the series.
And on the visiting side, starting pitching is always the big key in a game like this to kick off a series.
Yeah, you need a strong performance on the mound. That's the #1 way to cancel out the home field edge we just mentioned.
And we'll be back with the first pitch right after this. Just about ready to roll. And towing the slab in this one, Jones. And Singy, she's a workhorse. Loves pitching deep in her starts.
When she's on, Boog, she's really fun to watch. She takes the pressure off entire lineups. Typically, she doesn't need a ton of runs in support. No one should be surprised if she settles in and takes full control of this game. That's what she's looking to do.
Ready to go now. Up now for Milwaukee, Alan Trammell. That one finds the zone, and the series is underway. Next offering is in for a strike.
Oh, this guy is so comfortable hitting with 2 strikes. Even a good pitch early in the at-bat. If he's not ready to pull the trigger, he's not worried if he gets to an 0-2 count.
Gets a piece, and it stays 0-2. The shortstop takes the ball. And that one's a little bit low. The count now 2-2. Way inside, gets out of the way. Swing and a ball popped up on the move. He's got it. One up and down. Let's take a look at the Brewers lineup. They'll be contending with a knuckleballer today, and of course, that's just not something you see very often in today's game.
And Boog, I'll speak from firsthand experience. I feel for these hitters today because it's pretty difficult to get comfortable against a knuckleballer unless you see her more regularly than once every few years. So today it's going to be all about how this pitcher's able to keep the ball from spinning, get that movement floating towards the plate, and then late diving action at the end. Good luck figuring out where to swing.
Just as hard for the catcher, maybe even more so than for the hitters sometimes.
Batting first, the first baseman.
2 outs, base is empty. Angel Coleman up now for the Brewers. She is quite an athlete. I mean, you look around the other sports, basketball, football, you feel like she could thrive in one of those sports too. And first offering is fouled off. Pop foul out of play off to the right. And down on strikes she goes. And a nice inning of work there. She sets him down 1-2-3. Brewers go down quietly. Now the Mets will step up for their first shot in a scoreless ball game. You're watching the National League Division Series on the show. here in Queens. And getting to start, J.R. Richard. What do you have on him, Siggy?
Well, just a 3-pitch mix in his arsenal, which, you know, it's not a lot for a starter. So always very important for him to have a good feel and command all three. Sometimes you can make that 3 look like 4 if you add or subtract a little bit of velocity on one. But, you know, one thing about it, it can be easy to get too predictable out there on the mound. So hitters are aware of that. Mixing those 3 pitches in all counts is going to be a big key for him in this one.
Ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. Runner aboard on the leadoff single.
Batting second, the first baseman.
So digging in, Todd Helton. And that one pulled foul. Pinkerton gets her lead at first. Nobody out. Hit on the ground might be 2. Off balance feed. There's 1. Relay to first. Double play.
Sometimes double plays get turned so quickly that you don't really get to appreciate all of the finer details and how these guys execute them. Right there, really nice footwork, and a good feed to second was the key to pulling it off.
And now the center fielder, Christina Geronimo. And that's off the inside edge. 1-0. Righty to the plate. Check swing. Went around. And that is strike 1. 2 out, space is empty. Next offering is downstairs. And he deals. On the ground to the left. Gloss. And that is that. We played an inning. No score. Back here at Citi Field. And the batter now, Madison Swan. And a pitch. In the postseason, you see just how important every last play can be. You never know what's going to make the difference in the end. Fouled off. She was late.
Well, like you said, Boog, every play is so pivotal at this point of the year. As a player, you've got to be locked in. Can't make a mistake that could cost your team the season.
That one ripped. That's back there. And gone. She blasts one out to right. The Brewers score first. It's 1-0.
The one thing the pitcher didn't want to happen just happened. That's not an easy one to stomach.
Next for Milwaukee, Paul O'Neill. That one's in there. Strike 1. One run across in the frame so far here in Game 1 of the NLDS. Popped up. Bliss has a beat on it. Makes the catch, and there's one gone.
That is good. The second baseman.
Here's Trey Turner. Obviously a guy who makes good contact, hits for average, but one of the things in today's game, the value in the fact that he hits both righties and lefties. That one's upstairs, ball one. And that's ball one. They're so reliant on the matchups nowadays, Chris, and it's huge when you don't have to sit a guy or platoon him.
When you can hit, both sides in terms of pitchers' arms, you're a guy that it's hard to take out of the lineup, and I think it's very important today when everything is under the microscope.
One out, base is empty, and a run in here in game one. To the right side, and that one handled. Fires over to first, and they get Turner for the out.
The catcher, Gabby.
2 outs, base is empty. Here's the Brewers catcher now, Gabby Porter. Two down, base is empty, but 1 run across here at the top of the second. Outside low, 1-1. Swings through that one for strike 2.
She got away with one there, but she knows she can't go into that spot very often against a batter like this.
Swung on, belted. Bay going back on this one. Gone. She'll touch them all. It's their second home run of the inning, and they add a run. It's 2-0.
So frustrating for any pitcher. Finished outside the zone, and she still managed to get punished with a home run. Man, she just barely got that one out of here, and you've got to love the effort and left to try and bring it back. He had a good shot at it, just couldn't quite pull it off. It would have been a stunner if he did.
Next for the Brewers, Shannon Novikis. And she hits a ground ball right side. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. But 2 round trippers in this inning. The long ball was working. And it's 2-0. This is the National League Division Series on the show. And welcome back to the ballpark. Bottom of the second. And stepping in for New York, Bryce Harper. The line of the pitch.
Well, after putting up a nice inning on offense, got some runs across, this is where you look for the starter to go out there, have a shutdown inning. Don't give that other team any hope. You just hope that he can get through this inning, get the bats back up there while they're hot.
Well, with the shift on, hits right into it. Sends it to first. Leadoff man retired here in the second.
Batting fifth, the shortstop, Corey.
Now it's Corey Seager.
You know, Corey Seager would have been named the American League MVP in 2023 if it wasn't for some guy named Shohei Ohtani. Stepped outshot a two-way player, but Seager did his best by putting together a full season with impressive numbers.
The Mets trailing by 2, bottom half of inning number 2. And a swing and a miss.
Seager may not have won the regular season MVP award in 2023, but he was named World Series MVP for the second time in his career, hitting a home run for the Rangers in games 1, 3, and 4. These hitters today are so great with handling velocity. They're seeing high speeds day after day, and a nice job of turning that one around.
Man at first with 1 gone. Here's Austin Riley. He has, as they like to say...
Let me guess, Boog. Light tower power?
That's right. 0-1. Richard, the tall righty, 29 years old, and he was drafted in the 8th round in 2024. Swing, and that ball smashed out of line. Novickus makes the grab, and there's 2 gone.
Man, that's one of those at-bats where you have to remind yourself it's about the process. He did everything right there. Nothing to show for it, but in your mind, you have to convince yourself that it was a very good at-bat.
Jason Bay up now for the Mets. First pitch doesn't find the zone. Two outs. In the air, pretty deep out to center field. Williams under it. Drops into the glove, and that'll do it. Mets strand 1. They trail it here 2-0. New inning getting started. Here's the third baseman, Troy Gloss. Jones back to work. And there's a fly ball deep right field. Harper going back. Hauls it in on the warning track. Back to the top of the lineup, Alan Trammell digs in now. First time up was a pop out. And a foul ball. One down, base is empty. Swing and a miss. And it's 0-2. Fights it off. He'll see another. And that one is lifted in the air. Harper hustling after it. Stretches out and hauls it in.
Gotta love the over-the-shoulder catch. I tell you what, those are really fun to make.
Up now for Milwaukee, Bernie Williams. Flied to right his first time. Splits the plate, and it's 0-1. Now a high fly ball out to left center. Geronimo sizes this one up. Squeezes it. And that's the third out. Back here in Queens, set for the bottom of the third. Now at the plate, Zelda Bliss. Yeah, the right-hander back to work. There's a strike. Swing and a miss as she was out front.
No ball, 2 strikes.
Here comes a pitch. That misses, and that's ball 1.
You could see she was trying to stay back long enough to handle the off-speed pitch, but just a little tardy on the fastball.
Swing and a ball hit out towards left center field. Hooks it away for the out.
Batting ninth, the catcher, Gary Carter.
And now the catcher comes up to hit. Gary Carter. Chris, baseball today, so many strikeouts, and they are available to pitchers. But this is a guy that puts the bat on the ball and is kind of different from the players that we see day in, day out. The Brewers up by 2 here in the last half of the third. Swings and misses. And the count even at 1.
Yeah, his swing is so good. It's in the zone a long time. He gets the barrel to it a lot, and that produces more base hits.
Next offering in there for a strike. 1 and 2. When you look at the elite teams in the game right now, there is going to be the slug, no question about it. But the really good offensive teams combine slug with more contact, with less swing and miss. The wind of the pitch.
Yeah, and the domino effect of that is running up pitch counts on pitchers and then either getting them to a place of fatigue or getting into the bullpen perhaps before you get to those higher leverage arms at the back end.
Swing and a miss, struck him out, and there's 2 down.
Not the best location with the fastball on strike 3, but when you're pumping high 90s, you'll get away with some of those, more margin for error. You know, the fastball has become such a huge strikeout pitch in the sport. And I think a lot of it has to do with all the attention and emphasis on improved spin rates. These fastballs are just exploding out of the pitcher's hands and jumping through the zone.
The 1-0. Strike 1.
1-1.
Breaking ball through there for a strike.
Man, 91 on the slider right there. That's a hard one. That's a low-end fastball for some pitchers.
1-2 now. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again.
The idea was right. Looking to locate that fastball up and in. He just missed his spot a little bit.
2 down, nobody on. Just missed.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Two outs. And another ball. Todd Helton hoping for a chance. He would represent the tying run.
Yeah, Boog, plenty of power in that bat, and they'd love to give him a shot here.
Foul ball, and it remains a full count. Good battle here. About to be the 8th pitch of the at-bat. On the ground, and that's just foul. And the pitch. This to center field. Settles under it. And that is that. Game 1 of the division series. And here's the first baseman, Angel Coleman. The right-hander back to work.
Love it here at Citi Field. You know, it replaced Old Shea Stadium back in 2009, and Chipper Jones was really sad to see it go. It's actually the 3rd home of the Mets since they started out at the Polo Grounds for 2 seasons before Shea was finished.
Ripped on the ground to second. And a quick out, number 1.
Up next in Milwaukee, the right fielder, Madison.
So up next, Madison Swan. She's already homered here in this one. That one finds the zone. That's strike 1. Chris, we were excited to watch her pitch. This is a little more along the lines of what we were expecting performance-wise.
Yeah, Boo, great pitchers like this, you may get one opportunity in one inning to get to her to get some runs up on the board. And if you don't take it then, you may see zeros the rest of the ball game.
1 down, base is empty. The middle. Lays out, but he can't squeeze it. No throw. And so they end up with some speed on at first. Runner at first. Now here is Paul O'Neill. 0 for 1 so far. Runner on the go. Pitch outside. Throw to second and great jump.
She's really showing us the dynamic skill set she brings to the field on this one. Homered earlier, now she swipes second, showing off the speed. Really fun to watch her play the game.
Swan over at second, 1 down. And there's a breaking ball that drops in there. That's in there. That is strike 2. The pitch. Swings and misses. Struck him out.
Well, obviously the knuckleball, it's not a pitch designed to blow by hitters, but you'll see this every once in a while. You give up on that pitch at the plate, and then the last moment it darts back into the strike zone, and you're just not ready to get a swing off in time. Looks like it's 100 miles per hour, and I tell you what, I know from personal experience it's not a good feeling.
Trey Turner with a chance now. That's ripped. Base hit. Headed for the plate. The throw in. And she's out. Up, down, and that ends the inning.
Well, it's pretty difficult to throw a base runner out at the plate with 2 outs on a base hit to the outfield, but an excellent job of coming up with it, getting rid of it quickly, and throwing on the money. That is great technique from start to finish. Nice job to end the inning.
Ready to go, bottom 4. Here's a big power threat. Todd Helton. Outside low, and it's 1-0.
Well, these Mets, as this game goes on, have to be more disciplined at the plate. They're chasing a lot of pitches outside the zone, and those chases that are turning into a bunch of outs. Can they turn that around and stay within the zone? We'll see, but I think they have to.
Bounce to the right side, into the outfield, base hit. Man aboard on the leadoff single.
He kind of rolled over on this pitch a little bit, but he got enough behind it to shoot it through for a knock, and you'll take that anytime you can get him to find a hole.
And here is Christina Geronimo. She's 0 for 1. First pitch misses. The Mets down by a pair. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. She takes one right on the black. And a count 1-1. Slider misses outside.
Well, here's a good opportunity in this inning to get on the scoreboard after that leadoff hit, and Harvey Order coming up right behind them. This is where they need to get going.
Kicks and deals. And fouled off.
With 2 strikes, may see some movement over there at first base, trying to stay out of the double play right here.
And the pitch. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout.
Well, it gets talked about a lot, but a good high fastball in a 2-strike situation, it's just become such a problem for hitters in more recent years. But with all of the emphasis by pitchers on developing that spin rate, having a good grip on the baseball, those high fastballs, they kind of look like to the hitter that they're rising, even though they're not, but they're not decreasing in velocity and spin rate, so very difficult to get the barrel on it.
And the 0-1. That one fouled off. Man at first, one away. Breaking ball inside. And that is ball one. Left-hand batter waits. Couldn't catch up to the heater.
Oh, interesting. He's looking very comfortable out of the stretch after giving up the leadoff single. Back-to-back strikeouts, so they haven't been able to move that runner up, get him into scoring position, and try to have a better chance of scoring. I tell you, good job so far on the mound. He just needs one more out.
Foul ball there. Two outs. The shortstop takes the ball. At the belt and fires. Gets the slider in there for a strike.
Generally, second, third time through the lineup, you want to be able to lean on those secondary pitches and command them. Looks like he's doing a nice job of it.
Kicks and fires.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming. Righty delivers. Wouldn't chase that time.
Great RBI spot here. Just got to stay focused on the pitch. The runner will be in motion, so something in the gap should definitely score.
Richard checks the runner. Helton gets back easily. Helton, the runner at first with 2 gone. Foul. We'll see another payoff pitch. Fouls it back with 2 strikes. The pitch. Got him. He didn't make it easy for him on the mound, but they still get the strikeout. Mets leave 1. They're still down. It's 2-0. And we're back. Ready now for the 5th inning. And now, Gabby Porter. And here it comes. Fought off foul. Porter in her 2nd season, only 18 years old, and she was the 2nd round pick in 2024. Line drive, base hit, right field. And the leadoff hitter aboard.
I'd say a mistake pitch in an 0-2 count. Too good of a pitch to hit right there. You have to expand the zone. Keep that leadoff hitter off first base.
Shannon Novickis up now for the Brewers. Grounded out her first time. Line drive, caught.
That at bat is a positive sign, even though it probably doesn't feel like it. She hit the ball hard, but it doesn't always work out in your favor. Sometimes a defender is there to make a play.
Next for Milwaukee, Troy Gloss. He's 0 for 1. There's a strike. And the right-hander deals. Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2. Right-hander kicks, deals. Foul ball, still 0-2. The pitch. Hits and misses. It's a strikeout.
He's locked in at the plate when he's using the whole field. He was out in front there. Just needs to let the ball travel a little more, and his timing will be back on track. Good pitch for the strikeout.
So the batting order turns over. Here's the shortstop at the plate, Alan Trammell. Runner on the go. Pitch in for a strike. Carter's throw, not in time. Stolen base.
Well, that steal right there is wanting to take advantage of having a really good hitter at the plate. Now they've got a much better shot at bringing home a 2-out RBI.
Line drive, that's a base hit out of the left center field. Here's the throw to the plate. Tag, not in time. She scores. And they lead by 3.
Well, it was a great job of letting that runner steal second base, get in the scoring position, come through with the base knock. You add a run.
Now here is Bernie Williams. Moved to first, and he's back in there. The kick and the pitch. Runner goes. That's in for a strike. Go to second. And that'll end the inning. But the RBI single pushes across a run. It's now 3-0. Bottom of the inning. Now it's going to be Austin Riley. He's a guy who does it all. With the lack of contact in today's game, this guy hits for contact, so he delivers average, but there's on base and slugging too. Now the 0-1. Yeah, foul ball.
Early in the count, you have to be real careful because of that power. But then if this hitter gets a strike or two on him, he's still very comfortable. And because he has the ability to get the barrel to the baseball, he's a threat deep into the count as well.
Got him. Looks like he's picked up right where he left off.
Well, big power guy right there and generating so much bat speed. It's hard to bring that to a halt once you've committed. They tried to check the swing, just couldn't do it.
Now the left fielder, Jason Bay. And the first pitch misses for ball 1.
No strike.
And another ball.
He's controlling things out there on the mound, not messing around at all. He's been in attack mode since the very start.
Pitch misses, and it's 3-0.
He hasn't fallen behind in the count like this all day. He's in danger of walking his first batter right here.
Next offering is in for a strike. Base is empty, 1 away. Last half of inning number 5. Here's a rocket out to left. Grabs it on the run. And there's 2 down. Two outs, base is empty. So up next for New York, Zelda Bliss. Flied out her first time. And there's a foul ball. Two down, nobody on. And that one fouled off. wind of the pitch. That one missed.
Too close for me, partner, to take that 0-2 fastball, but for whatever reason, she let it go by. She's still in the at-bat. I don't think she'll let the next one go.
Two outs. Off the mark there. Now 2-2. Spoils a two-strike pitch, and she'll see another. Comes a 2-2. That one just misses.
Wow, this hitter's really battling up there as if her run is the game-winning run. I love her tenacity.
Good plate appearance there. Able to take the walk. It wasn't easy, but she earned that walk after a long at-bat.
Do you think you could draw a walk in the bigs if we gave you enough at-bats?
Oh, that's a good question. I think that if they gave the pitcher a full scouting report on me, yes, I think I could draw a walk. Carter in the box now. No balls and a strike.
There was a high velocity fastball in the zone. I think a little frustration from walking the previous hitter. It's got good stuff. Pitch inside the zone and trust it.
0-1 now. Check swing. Did he go? Yes, he did.
0-2 is the count.
Bliss off of first with 2 away. Check on the runner. Bliss back in standing.
I think you want to get a one-way lead, be very aggressive in the secondary. This hitter not a power guy, so you want to make sure that we can get some length on the secondary lead and perhaps score on a ball in the gap.
The pitch. Bounce to third. That one sizzling on its way through to the outfield. Throw in hopes the lead runner at second. 2 on now with 2 away.
There's nothing cheap about the way he got that one through the infield. That was ripped, cut out in front, and didn't get under it like he would have liked, but definitely put a good swing on it.
Now it's the DH, Pinky Pinkerton. In there, and it's 0-1. 2 outs, couple of base runners at first and second. That one inside, and the count is 1-1. Richard, one of the best strikeout pitchers in the game, and that certainly is a benefit to him when he's in a spot like this. Righty to the plate, and a big swing and a miss.
Yeah, if you're going to be in the game in high leverage situations, you've got to be able to get the swing and miss and put hitters away.
Two on, 2 outs. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. Swings through it for the K. The high heat, too much on that one. 2 left for the Mets. They trail it here 3-0. Top 6 up now for Milwaukee. Bernie Williams. Jones back to work. And first offering is fouled off. The wind to kick the pitch. This one in the air center field. As this one sized up, she makes the grab, and there's one away.
Now batting, the first baseman,
And now it's going to be Angel Coleman, one of the best contact hitters in the sport as well. Outstanding on the defensive end. And first offering is fouled off. And there's a ball. One out, base is empty. Swing and a miss. And it's 1-2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
On the ground, out to short. Throws to first in time. Now the Brewers cleanup hitter, Madison Swan. She launched a solo shot back in the second inning of this one.
Yeah, that was big for this team early on. Definitely helped them get off onto the right foot. Well, on the mound, very efficient, able to produce an outcome, it seems like, within the third or fourth pitch of just about every at bat.
Two down, nobody on. And we're in the top half of the sixth. Got her looking. That's a strikeout. Nothing doing for the offense that time. 2-3-4 due up in the home half of the sixth. It's the Brewers 3 and the Mets nothing. Back here at Citi Field, John Shelby with Chris Singleton in the booth, and leading off the bottom of the sixth, Todd Helton. The pitch. Fastball for a strike.
He's pitching well, but not throwing a ton of first pitch strikes. Usually doesn't work out for success, but you can never predict baseball.
Next offering is outside.
Well, these Mets just lacking discipline at the plate in this ballgame. Chasing pitches has been a big part of the story. We've seen it quite a bit today. It's been tough for them to make contact at times, and it just doesn't look like they're seeing it very well as a group.
That's a strike, and it's 1-2.
And on the mound, you know confidence has to be pretty high with all of the swings and misses. He's had them eaten out of the palm of his hand pretty much all game.
Porter makes the grab, one away.
Got the pitch that he wanted, just a little bit quick. Front shoulder open, backside collapsed a little bit, and the launch angle not where he needed it to be.
And next for the Mets, Christina Geronimo. Outfield playing very deep, not wanting anything over their heads. That one hammered, but pulled foul. One down, base is empty. And a foul ball. Cutter looking for the K.
Frustrating end to the at-bat for the hitter, and I'm sure that's going to sit on her for a little while. You want to be ready to hit the fastball. Sometimes you can overthink things, and I think that was the case right there.
Harper up for the third time here. Watches that one miss. Rips one to right. And it stays fair.
Seems like he got exactly what he was looking for right there. Just a solid swing right there. Caught it out front and ripped it into the outfield for the base hit. Those always feel great.
So now it's Corey Seager. And that's outside. Ball one. And a pitch. Out to center. Nabs it. And that is the third out of the inning. Mets strand one. They trail in this one 3-0. Welcome back. We're in the seventh. We have a new pitcher on the mound, Andrew Abbott.
And they felt it was time to bring on a left-handed reliever from the pen with a lefty hitter coming up. I think it's a good move. I know I never liked when opposing teams did that to me.
Paul O'Neill up now for the Brewers.
The designated hitter, Paul O'Neill.
As the lefty gets to work. And that one almost hit him.
Oh, the adrenaline's pumping right there. Pretty good fastball. Unfortunately, it got away from him. He's going to have to corral things a little bit.
Swing and a miss. He was late. Strike two.
They just threw that fastball by him, elevated, and if you're not looking up in that location, very difficult to catch up to, especially with that velocity.
And another ball. Ripped on a line. And that's a base hit. And the leadoff man aboard.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. Just a very nice approach and swing right there to use the big part of the field. Everything was on time. He stayed balanced through the entire swing and just launched that one into center. And now they've got some speed on.
Oh, now this one's high and deep. Way back there. On its way. Gone. He sends it out of here. And they throw a pair on the board. It's 5-zip. That's their third home run of the game.
They're having a lot of fun at the plate in this one. They've got the long ball working for them on autopilot. Love to see a hitter aggressive on the first pitch of an at-bat. You watch him from the on-deck circle, so when you step in the box, you're ready to pull the trigger wherever it's at. Really good job by the hitter. Total conviction on that swing.
Gabby Porter up now for the Brewers. Just missed.
Well, these Brewers putting together some really good at-bats in this game. There's been a lot to like with how they're approaching their chances at the plate. One thing is they haven't been fooled all that much. 6 of their hits have come off speed pitches.
Here's a 1-1. And a foul ball. Nobody out with a pair of runs across in the frame here in the late stages of game one. Pitch in the dirt, and that's ball 2.
And that success against off-speed pitches tells me they're doing a great job of seeing the ball deep, letting the ball travel, and then just trying to use the whole field. Well, this was a tightly played game. Got a little of everything. Some timely hitting, runs on the board, key pitching and defense in certain spots. Definitely a fun one to watch.
Here's Here's one final look at the line score from this one, Chris.
It was a close 2-run game, and a couple of key moments just really made the difference. Not much separates these two teams.
And this one ends with a final score of 6-4. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi. Thanks for joining us.
The final line score for our ball game this afternoon.
You can feel the energy in this building. They are fired up for game one. Back with that after this. Coming to you live from Southern California, we've got game one of the National League Division Series. It's the Arizona Diamondbacks and the San Diego Padres. John Shambi and Chris Singleton with you. Game one is always critical in a postseason series, Singy.
Yeah, and this is when you love having home field advantage, Boog. If you capture game one, you're full of confidence that you've got a chance to ride that momentum for the rest of the series.
And on the visiting side, starting pitching is always the big key in a game like this to kick off a series.
Yeah, you need a strong performance on the mound. That's the #1 way to cancel out the home field edge we just mentioned.
First pitch coming your way next. So, almost ready to get underway. So here's the lefty, Erica Arnez.
It's always interesting to see how she utilizes all of her pitches and how many of those she has a good feel for on that given day. When she's right, she's really able to keep hitters guessing, and all of her stuff seems to be coming out of the same arm slot, the same tunnel, and that can make life very difficult on her opponents.
All right, ready to go here. Here's some real power at the plate. Kate Jackson. And ball one.
1-0.
Left-hand hitter waits.
No, that missed. That's a ball.
2-0 count. You really don't want to give in here. You got to
2-0.
work the edges, really execute a pitch. Hopefully you can get back into this count.
Fastball for a strike.
I think she was sitting off speed right there because she just let the fastball go by.
Pitch misses. Now 3-1. Now a screamer into the outfield. Mays pulls that one down, and there's one down. Time to take a look at the Diamondbacks lineup. Chris, this is a lineup offensively that could be really good for years to come.
They're deep, first and foremost, but the way that they can manipulate their personnel for matchups and everything else, it's very intelligent the way that they use their team, and I think it creates a little bit of uncertainty for opposing teams, especially in a big game, big series.
Jacqueline Smith, batting with one down, takes a strike. One out, base is empty. Ball one there. That one almost got her. Here's a 2-2. Good eye right there.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
And that's ball 4.
I don't think she really wanted to pitch to her right there anyhow.
So a runner aboard. Now, Hank Aaron. This guy, one of the best contact men in the sport as well. Outstanding on the defensive end. One of the amazing things about Hank Aaron is the consistency he had over the course of his career. Pitch misses there, and that's ball 1.
In terms of that consistency, making an all-star game in 21 straight seasons is a pretty good indicator of what a steady player Hank was.
Up and in, and it's 2-1.
There were no bad seasons for Hammer and Hank. There were hardly even any bad days.
Here comes a pitch. And that one fouled off. Now snap throw to first. Smith back easily.
Base runner with a one-way lead right there. All she's trying to do is get a look at the pitcher's move. Had no intent of stealing on that pitch.
Hard hit right side. Off balance feed. There's one. What a double play that was. Inning over. Nothing doing here this half. Bottom half of inning number 1 coming up. No score after a half inning. Back here with my pal Siggy, and our pitcher in this game, Kyle Bradish. What's the scouting report on him?
Great sinker. Although it's not his primary pitch, it's really a pitch that he can go to. Misses the barrel of the bat, gets ground balls, and lets the defense work behind him.
Stepping in for San Diego, Joe Shorty.
The third baseman, Joe Shorty.
And a pitch. Missed inside with the curve. Bradish, a former All-Star. He features a slider, a four-seamer, a sinker, a curve, and he works in a changeup. Bunting for a hit. It's safe at first, a bunt single.
Nearly a highlight reel play at third, but the bare hand grab still wasn't enough to get the out. Great effort to make that play as close as it was, though.
Duke Snyder getting ready to hit. Right field down the line, and that one slices foul. Throw over to first. Shorty back in on a dive. And he deals. Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. Throw back in quickly. First and second now with nobody out.
Oh, that'll make you feel good as a hitter right there. Against good pitchers, you've got to take advantage of the mistakes. That was right in his wheelhouse, but he didn't miss a stitch.
So digging in now for San Diego, Vince Williams. Fastball for a strike.
The crowd here has been fired up even before the first pitch for this series, and they'll go crazy right here if they can take an early first inning lead.
I got to call NLDS Game 4 here in 2022 at Petco Park, where the Padres knocked out their rivals, the LA Dodgers. The place was just nuts the entire game. Terrific fan support. That one missed.
Way to lay off that pitch down.
First and second, no outs here in Game 1 of the NLDS. Next pitch way upstairs.
Definitely got the hitter conscious of the pitch inside. Really think the outer half is open.
Still 2-2 after the foul ball.
Well, she knows they don't want to give her anything to hit, but when you've got opportunities to drive in runs, you've got to expand the zone. She's capable of going out there and doing damage with it.
And the slider just misses. Kaylee Park on deck for the Padres. Payoff pitch. That one lifted to left. Sizing this one up. Brings it in. Runner tags at second. She's in safely at third with one out. As we take a look at the Padres lineup. And the key to victory for them here, get their starter some run support early.
Boog, if they can get her that run support early, it's likely the other team folds because they know how dominant she can be once she gets settled in. So put pressure on that other team right away. Jump out to a lead early, and a few runs is going to feel like 30.
And now, Kaylee Park. 2 on, 1 out.
Tough spot right here. A couple runners on. 2-ball count. You can't nibble, but you have to execute and finish your pitch. If you leave something out over the plate, it's going to bring in some runs.
On the ground. Dives, but it kicks off the glove. And they strike first as they take a 1-0 lead. And now the DH, David Ortiz. Swinging a foul over the screen and back out of play. Yo one.
Let's see if he's willing to use the whole field right here. Definitely pounding them away.
Traffic on the bases with one already in here in Game 1. Well, that's a base hit. Around third. The throw in. She's in there. He'll score. It's 2-0.
Comes through with the RBI. Nice job of driving that pitch the other way on a line. You know, hitters, they take so many reps in the cages working on going to the opposite field, and it doesn't always translate into the game, but right there it did, and he did it perfectly.
One down. Next for the Padres, Rafael Palmeiro. And the first pitch misses for ball one.
1-0.
At the belt and fires. Foul back our way, and that's out of play. Carr on third. Ortiz over at first with one away. In the air, right side of the infield. Diving, makes the grab. Runner tags for home, and no throw for some reason as he reaches first. And on the play, a run will come in to score. Betty Conway now at the plate. This is a true five-tool player. Not very many of them out there, but when she's on the field, you can't take your eyes off her.
Fans come to the ballpark to watch her play. And in baseball, to have such a talented player going out there every day and putting on the show that she does, just a joy to watch.
2 outs. And that one is in for a strike. It's for average power, the ability to field the arm, and then the speed. Really impressive. Next pitch is outside. Swing and a miss for the strikeout. Had her out front for strike 3. 3 runs for him here, and they move ahead. We'll move to the second now at Petco Park. It's the Padres 3 and the Diamondbacks nothing. Back here at Petco Park. All set for the start of the inning. Stepping in, Ralph Kiner. He's not going to get cheated up there.
No, he's not. He's looking to do damage with every swing he takes.
Fastball for a strike. It's 0-1. Kiner, multi-time All-Star, 26 years old, and he was a second-round pick in 2024. Up and in, and now it's even 1-1. Our umpire for this one, Freddie Ferguson, a consistent umpire by all accounts.
Yeah, I think the book on him is that he's not necessarily by the book with his strike zone, but once you figure out where he's calling strikes, you can pretty much count on him to stay with that throughout the game.
Swing and a miss, struck him out. 1 out in second. Next to hit, Chipper Jones. Fastball for a strike.
These fans have to feel good right about now. This series not going to be easy, but they have the lead at home in game 1. That brings the anxiety down a few notches.
And that one a little below the knees. And 1-1. And that's downstairs and outside. The atmosphere around postseason baseball, there really isn't anything like it in the sport. It's the time of year where the rally towels come out and the crowd energy gets cranked up even higher. Swing and a miss, struck him out. Two outs, base is empty. Luis Robert stands in now for the Diamondbacks. Fastball for a strike.
You look up in the stands in games like this, you just see a giant mass of color. Everything just blurs together, and it can be hard as a player not to get distracted by that kind of energy.
That's towards center. And that is that. head to the bottom of the second. Stepping in for San Diego, Willie Mays. This is a true five-tool guy. Not very many of them out there, but when he's on the field, you can't take your eye off of him. Bradish back to work. I wouldn't get too puffed up about that postseason extra base hit thing, Siggy. The all-time leader with 4 is Ken Holtzman, a pitcher, and one of his hits was a homer.
Yeah, Boog, I'm sure he was a position player, though, before he started pitching.
On the corner for a strike.
Fans come to the ballpark to watch him play. And in baseball, to have such a talented player going out there every day and putting on the show that he does, just a joy to watch.
Makes the grab, one down.
That swing right there tells me he's seeing the ball pretty well. I know it didn't produce a hit, but he made solid contact, and that's all you're looking to do anytime you're at the plate.
Jody Banks, the next up for the Padres. Known for her rocket arm behind the plate. High fly ball lifted in the air, right field. Hank hauls it in, and there's 2 away.
The third baseman, number 7.
So the San Diego batting order turns over. Up now the Padre leadoff hitter, Joe Shorty. First pitch, and he just misses. 2 outs, base is empty. Next offering is in for a strike. Now a drag bunt, third base side, and it goes just foul. Line drive, base hit. And that keeps the inning alive.
Nice job of driving that pitch the other way on a line. You know, hitters, they take so many reps in the cages working on going to the opposite field, and it doesn't always translate into the game, but right there it did, and she did it perfectly.
And now they've got some speed on first, so we'll see if they try to get her into motion.
Runner takes off. It's a pitch out. Throw. Save. Chriser Wheels with a difference maker on that play. Just got in there.
Yeah, with StatCast's help, we see her top speed on this stolen base, and that's a big number. I mean, man, she really made her athleticism work for her on that one.
Runner at second. Back up the middle and a base hit. Now a long throw home, but it's offline, and it's 4-0.
Couple of singles back to back. Other than ripping one into the gap or blasting one over the wall, there aren't a whole lot of hits that are more satisfying than a nice line drive into center field. So that definitely felt good.
So man aboard. Vince Williams will hit next. First pitch, not close.
With how good these offenses are, there's a lot of ball game left.
And the pitch.
Ball. Well, he's really working her away this at bat. Sometimes take a little bit off velocity. Try to get a rollover, something on the ground. Stay away from that big hole on the right side of the infield.
Right side, hard hit. She takes it herself to the bag, and that'll do it. So 1 run in the inning on this base hit. It's now a 4-0 ball game. You're watching the National League Division Series on the show. And welcome back to the ballpark. Stepping in is the switch hitting shortstop, Chelsea Curley. Arnaz back to work. Fastball for a strike.
It's 0-1.
Next offering is in for a strike.
She's so comfortable hitting with 2 strikes. Even a good pitch early in the at-bat. If she's not ready to pull the trigger, she's not worried if she gets to an 0-2 count.
Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout.
Wow, short work to send her packing to start the inning, and no messing around either. All 3 pitches were in the strike zone, attack mode all the way, and that's pretty impressive given the pop she was dealing with at the plate.
Jerry Carter, the next to hit, takes ball 1. Just missed. That one misses, and that's ball 3. The Padres leading by 4. We're here in the top half of inning number 3. That's in there. 3-1.
Clearly taking all the way there in that 3-0 count. It was a cookie right down the middle.
That catches the top part of the zone. And that's strike 2. 1 down, base is empty. In the air, right field. Mays has it sized up. Pulls it down, and there's 2 gone.
The designated hitter.
Prince Fielder stands in now for the Diamondbacks. And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter. Two down, nobody on. And a swing and a miss. And that's that. And the Diamondbacks down in order. They're down 4-0. Back here in San Diego as we go to the last of the 3rd. Now here's the switch hitting power threat, Kaylee Carr.
Been a rough start on the mound for this guy. His 3rd inning so important for him to get on track, turn the page, settle in, do all those things you need to do to give your team a little bit of length in this one. I think this is an important inning on the mound for him in this game. He's got to find a way to settle things down and give some length in this start.
And the 1-0. Just missed.
You know, these Padres doing a good job of putting the ball into play, and that makes things more challenging on the defensive side. And here's a stat for you, Boog. They're making contact with more.
This one swung on and hit well. Way back there. And it hits the fence. Safe at second with a leadoff double.
Everything came together perfectly for her right there. Off the bat, that one registered at 105 miles per hour, man. That is smoking, and these days you hear it all the time, but the numbers just don't lie. If you can drive a ball like that, more often than not, you're picking up a knock.
So a runner aboard. David Ortiz, the next up for the Padres. Oh, he hit him.
That got him.
And that got him pretty flush.
As a hitter, I'll take that all day long. An off-speed pitch, it's not going to rattle your cage too much.
And now the first baseman, Rafael Palmeiro. Singy, he's a guy that covers both sides of the plate about as well as anyone in the sport. How difficult is that to do?
Well, just look at the back of my bubblegum card. You'll see how hard it is. These guys are great, man. They have the ability to look out there, but also to be able to turn on the inside pitch. Those that can really sharpen things on the outer half, those are the ones that become elite.
Kicks and fires. And that one wrapped foul. Just misses the mark outside the zone.
It's a good take.
Ball and 2 strikes. Got him swinging.
That's that classic wipeout slider below the zone right there. Just nasty. Looks like a fastball thigh high that you got to protect the zone, and then it's just that late break that fools you and kind of makes you look silly.
Betty Conway, the next to hit. 0 for 1. She struck out swinging last time. That one's in there. 0-1. Carr at second. Ortiz at first. 1 gone. Dives, but it kicks off his glove. Jones over to second, and he'll hold on to it, so they get 1.
I heard we talk about how the ball is coming out of the pitcher's hand. The way it comes out of his hand as an infielder, wow, really impressive.
Willie Mays, the next up for the Padres. He's 0 for 1. Left field. And that's a foul ball. Runners on first and third, 2 away. And a swing and a miss. And that is the inning. Padres leave a pair, but they're in front 4-0. Game 1 of the division series. Stepping in the long ball threat, Kate Jackson. The wind of the pitch. On the ground, right side. What a stop. The throw, nicely done for the out.
I wasn't sure if she was going to get to this one or not. Had to go a pretty good way there in the shallow right field. But then after that, it's a tough angle after you square up your shoulders to throw to first base. Not the normal position, but a really good job defensively right there.
Jacqueline Smith stands in now for the Diamondbacks. That's in there. And it's 0-1.
You know, the first manager to ever win a game here at Petco Park was Tony Gwynn. Yes, Tony Gwynn. They had a college baseball tournament here in March 2004, and Tony managed San Diego State to a win.
And that's too high.
Way to lay off that fastball up right there. You're looking for something you see well that you can handle, but you also have to keep the discipline so that you're not popping up pitches that are just a little too high.
The Diamondbacks down by 4. Top half of inning number 4. And that's another ball.
2-2.
And down on strikes. And there's 2 away.
Really love the pitch sequence right there. I'm telling you what, pitcher and catcher are on the same page right now.
2 outs, base is empty. And now the right fielder, Hank Aaron. He hit into a double play his first time up.
All around, I think if you asked anyone in this organization who's the best hitter in the lineup, they would say him.
And the first pitch misses in the dirt. Line drive, and that should be extra bases. Around first, heading for 2. And it's a double. Their first hit in this one.
You know, I was watching his rounds during batting practice today. So impressed with his ability to let the ball travel, go back up the middle and the other way. Sometimes when you step in the box during the game, you get a little anxious and you get away from that. But so far, I've seen him stay consistent with his pregame preparation.
Man in scoring position with 2 away. And the batter now, Ralph Kiner. Outfield playing very deep, not wanting anything over their heads. And he takes a strike.
She's been incredibly efficient in this one. First pitch strike percentage over 70%. That's well above league average, and that's what's allowed her to pitch well up until this point.
Man at second.
Ball. 1-1.
Falling behind 2-1. Right through there for a strike.
Back-to-back fastballs in. That last one called for a strike. Probably go away, but look for her to come back in there to try to finish you off.
And now the lefty. Down in the dirt, swing and a miss. Banks collects, fires to first. That completes the strikeout, and that'll do it. One left for the Diamondbacks. They trail it here 4-0. And we're back. Bottom four. And here's the catcher, Jody Banks.
Jody Banks.
The pitch. And a good eye there.
Well, he hasn't quite settled in out there. 4 runs in 3 innings. He's going to have some quick 1, 2, 3 innings to pitch deep into this ball game.
Kicks and deals. And that's through there for a strike. In there at the knees for a strike. The pitch. Fouls it off. Still 1-2. Righty delivers.
That's the ball. Outside.
Well, this is a hitter that can be frustrating for pitchers because she fouls off so many pitches and grinds out the at-bat. I'm sure there's some times where a pitcher would rather just give up a first pitch single than have to waste 6 or 7 pitches on one hitter.
Here's a swing and a drive, left field, and she knew it. That one felt good, and they add to their lead. It's 5-zip. She kept swinging, and it paid off.
Well, that was a battle, Boog, and she just kept taking her cuts. Finally squared one up. Knew what pitch she wanted to hit, spent on some other pitches in this at bat, was very patient, and it paid off.
Joe Shorty, the next up for the Padres. There's a swing and a miss.
0-1.
Foul ball.
The real threats are coming up. Already given up a home run in this inning. It's going to really have to bear down.
The 0-2.
Ball. That's up.
Wouldn't chase that time.
Well, the good thing so far is that he hasn't issued any free passes. Unfortunately, they're making pretty good contact. So not getting the swings and misses and making that defense work behind him.
Got it by her for the K.
Well, that slider down and away, it's just kind of a slow death. With 2 strikes you're looking to protect, and halfway to the plate, you know you've committed, and you know you're going to have no chance of touching it. Tell you what, sometimes you just have to tip your cap.
Snyder in the box now as he leaves that one up high. And that's off the inside edge. And that's ball 2. Fly ball down the line. Kiner makes the catch. Out. Number 2.
Now back to second baseman.
Here's the second baseman, Vince Williams. This hitter with big-time power and an elite defender. Right through there for a strike.
Not sure if she was expecting for the pitcher to come right at her, but she got a nice cookie there and just watched it the entire way.
Next offered in there for a strike. And the count is 0-2. Right side, Smith. Third out. But the Padres add to the lead on a solo homer. And the lead is now 5-0. This is the National League Division Series on the show. New inning getting started, and now it's switch hitting third baseman Chipper Jones. The pitch. And that skips in the dirt.
There's a good feel in the ballpark, and that's what you expect when the home side has the lead in game 1. This energy is going to keep building with every out.
This one smoked out to left. Conroe pulls it down, and she makes the catch. And there's one down. Luis Robert now 0 for 1 with a fly out to center. They've got a potent lineup, and when you think about teams capable of rallying from this kind of deficit, they're right at the top of the list. Base is empty, 1 away, and we're at the top of the 5th.
The offense needs to start showing some fight against this starter. She's doing her thing out there. They're going to have to push back at some point and make her work a little bit harder. Well, usually a high level of confidence when you're facing a young pitcher out there on the mound. In this situation, ahead 2-0, he's put himself in a really good spot.
Out towards right center field. On the move to the alley. Makes the catch for the out. 2 down. 2 outs, base is empty. Chelsea Curley stands in now for the Diamondbacks.
3-pitch strikeout last time up. Got to put up more of a fight in this one.
That's in for a strike. That clips the corner.
She's not wasting any pitches. Hitters got to get into swing mode. This is a good time to expand the zone. Throw something maybe down in the dirt.
On the ground at first. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. Nothing doing for Arizona. It's 5-0. Back now to start the bottom of the 5th, and taking over on the mound, Carlos Rodon.
Still pretty early in the ball game, so this bullpen has some work ahead of them. Best case scenario might be if he can come in here and get several quick outs, kind of bridge the gap that starter left for him.
Here's the cleanup hitter for the Padres, Kaylee Carr.
Drove it off the wall last time, just missed out on a home run.
The lefty fires. Carr in her second season, only 18 years old, and she's a former National League Gold Glover. Now this is in the air down the line, and that will drop foul. That misses. Now 1-2.
Rarely will you see a pitcher just waste a pitch like that. The batter wasn't even tempted to swing. Every pitch needs to have a purpose so that it can set up a following pitch to help you get that out.
Got her swinging.
Well, when you commit to throwing an inside fastball to your glove side across the strike zone, especially with 2 strikes, if you're going to miss, you want to miss off the plate in. You do not want to leave it out over the heart of the plate. So that was excellent execution on that pitch. Really tied her up, and she couldn't get a piece at all.
Ortiz in the box again, takes the strike.
Well, I think that pitch surprised all of us. Right down the middle, doesn't get a swing. Not very often you see a hitter lay off a cookie like that.
One down, base is empty. And downstairs.
2 balls, 1 strike.
Not close with that one. 3-1 now. Crushed to right. This one's got a chance. Out of here. Home run. A gigantic blast. And they tack on to their lead. It's 6-0. That one just sounded different.
Man, might have been the loudest moment yet. Man, my ears are ringing. I can feel that swing from the booth.
That home run was a no-doubter. As we dive into the numbers with StatCast.
Crushed, Boog. Just absolutely crushed. 112 miles per hour on the exit velo, and like you said, no doubt about that one. Plenty of launch angle to give it that backspin as well, and that carried way over the wall.
Palmeiro up to the plate for the 3rd time as he looks at one down low. Swing and a miss, strike 1.
Gonna really need to hang in there with that front side against this left-handed breaking ball.
And it's strike 2. The 1-2. Line to right, and that'll be a base hit. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single.
Good job getting the foot down so he could catch it out front and pull it. Turn on it nicely for the knock.
And now Betty Conway. First pitch just misses.
He's getting a little frustrated out there on the mound, getting hit around a little bit. Let's see if he can settle himself down.
That misses. And now 2-0.
Well, they gave up the home run earlier in this inning, not pitching as aggressively here.
That one's spoiled, and the count now 2-1. Man at first, 1 away. Snap throw to first. Back in there standing. Throws the high heat past her. That's a strikeout.
Typically, that high fastball, if it's close to the top of the strike zone, a hitter, if she's prepared for it, can get to it. But that one just had that little jump at the end, which indicates there's a good spin rate on it, and it didn't decrease in velocity as that hitter's internal clock would expect it to, and that's why you see the swing and miss.
Step off throw to first. Palmero gets back easily. Two outs. So a foul ball makes it 1-2. Rodon fires. Goes down swinging for the strikeout. Pulled the string of the changeup. The Padres get one in the inning with a solo blast. It's now a 6-0 ball game. Back here at Petco Park, all set for the top of the 6th. Here's the power hitting catcher, Jerry Carter. And a pitch. She swings and hits a fly ball, center field. Snyder settles underneath it. Makes the catch. One down.
Now batting, the designated hitter.
Next to hit, Prince Fielder. He was a strikeout victim his first time. Fought off foul. The Padres up big in this one, and we're the top half of the 6th. Good eye in that spot.
1-1.
Ripped on the ground to second. Throws to first in time.
Fastball groove right down the middle. Usually a lot of damage done with that pitch. A hard grounder, but he wanted to get that ball in the air, maybe drive it into the gap.
So back to the top of the Arizona lineup. Now up next for Arizona, Kate Jackson. Swings through the fastball up in the zone.
She's controlling things out there on the mound, not messing around at all. She's been in attack mode since the very start.
And there's a ball. Good eye right there.
I can't play around with her here. It's a 6-run lead at this point. Got to attack hitters even if you give up a solo shot.
Outside corner, there's a strike. And here it comes. Got it. And it's a 3-up, 3-down inning. Make it 6 shutout innings for her out there now. It's the Padres 6 and the Diamondbacks nothing. And welcome back to the ballpark. Bottom of the 6th inning. Here's the speedy catcher, Jody Banks. Rodon back to work. And that one just misses. A ball and no strikes. Movement in the bullpen. Bruce Sutter up and throwing for manager Torey Lovullo. Kelly getting cranked up as well. Rodon ready. Here comes. Swing and a miss. Nice changeup.
1-2, the count.
And that just misses.
2-2.
That hitter. And the leadoff hitter is aboard to start the inning.
He seems to have lost a little bit of focus on executing that pitch right there, not staying through the target, and clearly not the release point he wanted.
Runner takes off. Pitch misses.
That's the ball.
Transfer bobbled, and there's no throw. Runner in scoring position, nobody out. Here in the bottom of the sixth. That's out to center field. Robert snags it. Runner tags it second. She makes it up to third with one away.
The center fielder, number 4,
So digging in, Duke Snyder.
This is the classic manufacturing a run situation. A runner at third, less than 2 outs, and a golden opportunity to bring her home.
Outside, and that's ball one. Just missed.
That's the ball.
This is a situation where the hitter is looking for something up in the zone that he can get his arms extended. What you have to be careful of is that pitch that's up, that's in on your hands. That'll pop you up in the infield, and that's exactly what the pitcher wants.
Backed off the plate that time. Next offering is in for a strike. Right through there for a strike. Banks takes her lead at third with one away. The punch out there, and 2 away now.
Well, just couldn't pull the trigger on the fastball right there, and I don't think he was taking it, thinking it might be a called ball or anything. I just think he was flat out frozen. Did not expect that location, in my opinion.
Williams in the box here, lets that one go for a ball. Popped up. Makes the catch, inning over. Top of inning number 7. Now it's the second baseman, Jacqueline Smith. Chris, baseball today, so many strikeouts, and they are available to pitchers. But this is a hitter that puts the bat on the ball and is kind of different from the players that we see day in, day out. Foul ball there.
Her swing is so good, it's in the zone a long time. She gets the barrel to it a lot, and that produces more base hits.
Just missed. Singy, one of the things that's interesting is that players really don't worry about swing and miss from an offensive standpoint anymore. So when you see somebody who contacts the ball like this, do you think of that as plus value?
Absolutely. If she's doing damage now, if she's rolling over and grounding out, then it's a different story. But yeah, if she can put the ball in the gaps or over the fence, 100%.
The 3-1. This one popped up. Palmero under it. And there's one away.
the right fielder, number 44, Hank Aaron.
So up next, Hank Aaron, 1 for 2. I think when you contemplate him as a player, the first thing you think about is defense, and you think about that great arm.
I also think about the speed. If he can get on, that's going to give one more thing for that pitcher to think about. This pitcher's done a good job of disrupting the hitter's timing with the mix of pitches and changing speeds. You want to keep that front foot inconsistent for the batter. Their swings are hesitant, and that's exactly what you want on the mound.
0-2 now as he swings through it.
So what we're seeing is a lineup that's just out of sync with the pitcher. They're guessing wrong, and their timing's off.
Next pitch misses inside. Now 1-2. The D-backs with a lot of ground to make up here in the late stages of game one. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout. Chris, third time through the order, and a couple of quick outs for the starter.
Yeah, she's been very frugal today, economical with the pitch count.
Now here's the cleanup hitter for Arizona, Ralph Kiner. Started to swing, held up. 2 down, nobody on. Here in the top half of inning number 7. Right through there for a strike.
1-1.
The 1-1 is fouled off. The wind of the pitch. And another ball. Up the middle. Oh, great stop. Gathers and throws. And very nicely done for the out.
Making it look easy at the keystone position. Definitely worth another look. She'll get some high fives when she gets into the dugout.
Set for the last half of the 7th. So digging in now for San Diego, Kaylee Carr. The pitch. The shortstop takes the ball. The 1-1. Lifted to left center. Way back there, and that is gone. A massive home run. And they tack one on the board. It's 7-0.
And that shot makes their grip on the lead even tighter. Swing on that one, and everything was on time. Took a direct path to the ball. Excellent extension, and just drove it out of here. Nothing better than when the ball jumps off your bat like that.
So out of the pen for the Diamondbacks, Bruce Sutter.
They know that he can get a right-hander out, but he's in position to face a couple of lefties this inning.
David Ortiz digs in now. He's already homered in this game. Strike one. Sutter, a former Cy Young Award winner. He features a splitter, a four-seamer, and he works in a slider. Nobody on, nobody out. Here at the bottom of the 7th. Just missed. Next offered in there for a strike. It's a ball in 2 strikes. Right-hander kicks, deals. Goes down looking.
No, just a beautiful fastball on the inside corner for that backwards K right there. I think the hitter saw it all the way coming from that opposite arm angle. So I got to think he was looking away and just got locked up by the hard stuff boring in on his hands.
Palmeiro stands in here, takes ball 1 low.
pretty early in this series to say a must-win game, but when you've got home field advantage, it's a luxury, but you have to protect it. Huge win in game one to set the tone.
So singy as the numbers show, a great performance on the mound in this one.
Absolutely, and that really set the tone from the beginning. A fantastic effort.
This one ends 7-0. For Chris Singleton and our entire crew here at MLB The Show, thanks for stopping by. I'm John Shambi. Talk to you soon.
The final line score for this afternoon's ballgame for the victorious San Diego Padres. 7 runs on 12 hits. No errors. They left 6 runners on base. For the Diamondbacks, no runs on only 2 hits. No errors. They left 4 runners on base. Time of the ballgame, 3 hours and 9 minutes. Our paid attendance this afternoon at Petco Park, a sellout, 40,209. The Padres thank you for your continued support and remind you to please drive home safely.
Mm-hmm.